What's up, Nanner? Today's the last day. Today I'm going to be reacting to Season 2, Episode 7, The Other 48 Days. Okay, to begin, I thought this episode was going to be about Lucia and we're going to get a bunch of her flashbacks, but I was wrong. It was totally an episode where we stayed on the island, which is why I'm a little bit glad. Even though it felt rushed, it was a double episode. We got twice the action that we usually get, and we didn't have that change of pace. And there was character development there, but there wasn't enough character development there. The people who are still alive, they're going to get a lot of character development in later episodes, so don't worry about that. This one is just giving the setting and exactly what happened over the time that the people were gone. At the beginning, I was like, oh, we're going to have to count on a lot of people dying, because at the end there were only about, I can't even remember, but I hope that some of these characters stay around longer than Shannon and Boone did, and they're not just being set up to be tumbled down again. I know several of them who are gonna stay around for a very long time, so that's good. First time I saw that teddy bear, it's a symbol for something. Previous episode, when Eko and Jin were in that underbrush, sort of watching as the others went past, there was a person who had a teddy bear on a rope, which means that the children are alright, and Goodwin said that at the end of the episode too. So that means that they're going to be absorbed into the society of the others. I'm interested to see how that unfolds. The others have a savage lifestyle, at least that's the aura that they're giving off. They don't have any ID, but yet they have that knife. That knife, that's the most important thing in this entire episode, I think. Army knife that's 20 years old, not 4 years old. Dharma Initiative happened in the 60s. The knife was only 20 years old, which means there were people coming to the island in between that time, which means there are even more people on the island than we believe. Are those people the others, or did they get absorbed into society, or were they killed outright? It's just more and more questions come up because of that knife. Or maybe it's an answer to some of the other questions, like, are the others exactly what they seem? Are they these savage-like people who take people and live off the land and are dirty and wear ragged clothes all the time? Or are they civilized? That's the question that it brings to our mind, which is also an answer to another question. Isn't that strange? I'm gonna get to Mr. Eko last, don't worry. And then there was Nathan. And Lucia just went with her gut and put him in a hole and was going to cut his finger off, and then all of a sudden Goodwin kills him. It's Goodwin. Goodwin is the bad guy. Goodwin is the spy who was sent to watch over them. Ana Lucia figures this out only afterwards, only after Nathan dies. Yes, you said it. It was interesting that Ana Lucia would not jump to such quick conclusions with Sawyer, Jin, and Michael, but then again, she was fooled for a very long time with Goodwin. Maybe she even liked him because she smiled a lot when Goodwin was around, and that sort of set her up on a higher pedestal to be knocked down even further. There's one more thing that I think is important that they only panned over for a second. The glass eye, the Bible, the blanket. There's another person on the island. There's someone out there who has only one eye and is a part of something bigger than the island, and he must still be alive, otherwise the Lost Riders wouldn't have put it in there, you know what I mean? Goodwin was the one that no one suspected, and it turns out that he's the one who's setting everyone up to get taking the good people with them to be whatever's going on over there. And then all of a sudden, as soon as we figured out Goodwin was the bad guy, this show turned into a sort of soap opera where we're yelling at the screen, no, don't listen to Goodwin. Don't do it! It was a good shift, you know, and you're feeling the suspense that something's gonna happen. Is Goodwin gonna all of a sudden just kill them all? Or, I don't know, what's gonna happen? I think the reason Anna jumped to such quick conclusions after Goodwin was because she's become paranoid. She's become angry that she was fooled, and she doesn't want to be fooled again, so she puts up this mean, tough wall that only Mr. Eko saw into. Crashing on an island is bad enough, but then having people on that island who want to take you and kill you, that's worse. And then making a promise to a kid who is scared and who looks to you as the leader, and you make a promise to them to keep them safe, and then within a month they're gone, they're taken, and they're out of your sight and lost and unsafe. And I can just see how Ana Lucia is just so angry. She's not angry at everyone else, she's angry at herself. That's why it's hard for anyone to get through to her. Mr. Eko is awesome. He stays quiet for 40 days. That's an allusion to Jesus, and Jesus' 40 days in the wilderness, because he was mourning for everyone else. And that's awesome about Mr. Eko. He pulled everyone out of the water and buried them, and he beat to death those two guys with his bare hands and a rock by himself when they were trying to take him. And that's just crazy. It's crazy awesome. Mr. Eko is probably the most mysterious character that we've seen, but maybe because he's so mysterious means he probably has the darkest past of them all. And maybe he acts so awesome now is because he had such a terrible past and he's guilty. I'm excited to see what the next episode holds, because I'd forgotten all about Saeed, and Saeed's about to bust a vein or something. Anyway, that's all I had to say about Lost for today. I'll see you later, Nanner. Live together, die alone. If anyone else wants to see Nathaniel's reaction, you can see it down below in the description. Bye.